So, he's back already. Listen, I'm kind of surprised by this. Where I expected him to, start throwing the football maybe a little bit later on down the line as we get closer and closer to training camp and rookie mini camp and OTAs. But no, Joe does not mess around. If you know anything about Joe Burrow wants to get back, ready to go as quick as possible. And, well, he is. So it is the end of March. And I think he said by early May, he would be close to 100% as possible and be able to actually start doing like tackle stuff and, more physical contact when practicing. But he's already throwing. So according to SportsIllustrated.com here, Bengals quarterback Joe Burrow has started throwing. Lead sources confirm. The Bengals quarterback remained on track to make a full recovery after undergoing wrist surgery in November. It's a major step in the right direction for the Bengals star. He is still not 100%, but the fact that he is throwing the football is noteworthy. Now, we did hear Zach Taylor come out the other day and talk about this, saying that everything is positive. He's on the right track. Everything is going the right direction. And I guess now with him throwing the football, that's definitely even more of a, green light that things are going in a positive direction. And as it says in this article right here, the 27-year-old has been lifting for more than a month. Video emerged of him gripping and lifting dumbbells with his right hand. Another indication that this is, of course, again, going very well. And, it's exciting. It's definitely exciting that Joe is, getting back and healthy. And again, like I said, listen, at the end of the day, other than Bengals haters and people who hate the Bengals and hate Joe Burrow, other than doubters, everyone knew this was going to happen. I mean, it's just how fast it's happening is kind of insane. I mean, again, like I said, we can only, as fans, we can only go off of what medical experts say and what timetables are of normal people with this said injury, right? Because there's not many NFL players you can go through history and say, okay, who's had the exact injury that Joe Burrow had with his wrist
Gin
and
unveils Hendrick's Grand Cabaret.
There we go. Advertisement. How many people have had that exact injury that Joe Burrow had? And when you really break it down, there's not many. I mean, there's only a few, if any, that had the exact injury he had. So when we go through timetable, we kind of have to go based on normal people and how normal people react to it and respond to it. Obviously, athletes are different than normal people. It's like a superhuman, right? But we have a timetable of like around 7 months, which would put us around, late June, early July type return period, right? Then we got that confirmed by different medical doctors in the NFL space that work on players. They said, yeah, kind of around that time period, maybe a little bit earlier than that because he's an NFL player, whatever the case. Joe just says, hold my beer, I'm going to defy all of that, and now he's back. Now, as I said before, listen, I love Joe, right? I'm excited about Joe. Just please, 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 don't rush. Don't rush back because you feel like you got to prove something. Because you got to feel like, hey, I want to get back. I want to get healthy. I want to prove that I'm not, injury prone or whatever. Whatever the case. And again, Joe is not the guy who ever wants to or feels like he has to prove anything to anyone. But he's also, in a way, I was to say, hard-headed. He's very hard-headed in the fact that he doesn't like, the idea of not training. He doesn't like the idea of not working, of not busting your butt to, do this, that, and the third. He doesn't like that idea. He's a very hardworking, I would say to a point, blue-collared individual. And that's just how Joe Burrow has always been. He's not a guy who sits on the couch. He's a guy who gets to work and gets the job done. And that's why we love him. But sometimes when you're hard-headed, it can actually be a problem for you. You can actually end up, hurting yourself by being hard-headed and thinking, okay, I'm going to be back. I'm ready to go. Everything's good. I'm good. And then you end up hurting yourself again. So sometimes, and again, listen, it's his body, his choice, his, life. But as a fan and as someone who loves the guy, just take your time, man. Just take your time. relax. We have plenty of time before the season starts. The good thing is, the only guy you have to throw to who's new on this team is Mike. And as long as you get that chemistry down with Mike, and you will in training camp and preseason, you'll be absolutely fine, right? You just got to get the chemistry down with Mike, and everything will work out fine. But other than that, unless we draft a wide receiver, draft a tight end, which, again, is down the line, just relax, Joe. Just relax, buddy. We're good. Everything's fine. We don't have to go crazy yet. Take some time, relax, and let's get going, man. Because it's going to be a great season. It's going to be a long season. And we're just going to have to take it one day at a time, man. But shout out to Joe. Shout out to the Bengals here. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.